Parashat Hukkat, or when nothing went right for Moses and family. Parah Adumah, the ashes of a red heifer, are used in ritual purification. Moses strikes the rock to provide water instead of following God's command to talk to it. For disobeying, Moses will die before reaching Israel. Miriam and Aaron also die. The Jews encounter and battle neighbors en route to Israel. Has someone else ever taken credit for your work or your idea? It doesn't feel good, does it? So I think that may be in play, that may be an answer to the oft-asked question, why wasn't Moses allowed to cross the Jordan River and enter the promised land, Israel? There was no one on earth more deserving to reach Israel than Moses. He was the one who went to Pharaoh. He was the one who fought for the Jews and protected them and stood up for them in front of God. And yet he was denied entry into the promised land because God said, you sinned, you made a mistake. And as this week's Parsha, which has the episode, and it's actually quite unclear exactly what the mistake was. So let's take a closer look. Here's the story. The Israelites are thirsty for water. They're in a desert after all. And they complain to God. God says to Moses and Aaron, you see this big rock? I want you two to go to the rock, talk to the rock. And water, I'll provide water, it'll come forth, and it'll be enough for everybody. Moses and Aaron they're agitated, they're frustrated. So Moses and Aaron stand in front of the people, they say something, and then Moses takes his staff and he hits the rock twice. And then copious water comes forth, enough for everybody to drink, and God says, that's it. You sinned against me, you disobeyed, you're not entering, neither one of you. But again, it's quite unclear exactly what the mistake was. Here's a crucial verse. Moses and Aaron assembled the congregation in front of the rock, and he said to them, listen up, you rebels. Shall we get water for you out of this rock? Different commentators point to different possible mistakes. I'm most captured by the answer of Rabbeinu Hananel and Ramban, who say it's all about the word we. Now, I want us to look at this from two angles. First, imagine you are Moses, standing by the rock with Aaron on a platform, I'm guessing, looking at the people. Now, when you, Moses, say we, shall we get water for you from this rock? Who do you have in mind? Well, I think it's pretty clear, I think it's pretty obvious, that you have God in mind, right? Water doesn't just come gushing out of rocks, right? This is a miracle from God. Shall we, God and I and Aaron, bring forth water for you? Okay. Now, turn yourself around. Imagine you are an Israelite and you're watching Moses and Aaron and the rock from afar. And you hear Moses say, shall we get water for you from this rock? Who do you think Moses has in mind? Well, it looks like Moses is talking about himself and Aaron. Shall we, Aaron and Moses, get water for you from this rock? No, God. It looks like, though Moses could not have intentioned this, of course, it looks like Moses is denying credit to God. Moses is saying, no, this is not God who's giving you water, this is Aaron and I. And so Moses' sin was denying God credit for this miracle. And that's a glaring omission. That's disobedience. I think this story is a reminder for us to be more careful with who gets credit for plans, projects, and ideas. We must have the best intention. And we must be extra careful because sometimes good intentions are not enough.